All right now. Thank you so much for coming in. All righty. Yeah, trying to play with this technology is very interesting today. All right. Let me pause that. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I see a couple of people, and I really appreciate you supporting the channel. All right, let's check out the comments. So we got TWP Popcorn. Welcome in. We have Spring, the fiber enthusiast. Good to see you. And we got Lisa. Lisa's probably getting ready. Is it lunchtime? Hold on. No, it's not. It's late. It is late. So anyway, good to see you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. And today is Motivation Monday, and we're always here to sort of push each other along so that we can do our thing. Yeah, and get our week started on a positive note. And that's why we're here. All right. So let me go to my notes here. So the whole idea of the channel is to set your intentions for the week. We're going to start out on a positive note. You know, this is a no drama channel, so that's where we are. And we're always open for open discussion. And so that's kind of the basis of the channel. And what this does is this helps me sort of get started, on a positive note. So here we go. All right. So now this week, really what's been on my heart, and I usually read motivational quotes, and I'm going to get to those eventually. But what I'm going to do is I am going to sort of, go through some of the streams of consciousness that I've had like over the last few days. And so in the past, we've always talked about like Monday is it's a good day to set your goals for the week, but it's always probably better to do it maybe slightly before Monday, Sunday, Saturday. And but Monday I think is good, just to sort of get things going. So here we go. So here's the thing. I was saying like a couple of weeks ago, I was reviewing some of these live streams, and I realized that the year has really been flying by. And I talked about this on another live stream, but really, I think it's still relevant today, is that you have to, if there's anything that you want to do that you've had on a bucket list, you have to do it now. And so back on July 29th, I said, I was preparing for the show, and I said, okay, I'm gonna just see what am I feeling? What's on my heart? What's in my mind? And I said, oh my gosh, it's July 29th. That's exactly what I said. Oh, we have Can't Stop Walking But Love Mowing and Cruising. Thank you so much. And Who Knows is here. Good to see you. And It's Not Magic. Good morning. So my point, at least the way I've been sort of living my life since July, is if there's anything you want to do, you got to do it now, because you don't know how much time you have. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing that I have really been living my life over the last few weeks. And I don't know if you guys have been checking out the channel, but coffee. That sounds good. Yes, good to see you. Yeah, coffee. I had 1 cup of coffee earlier, and I think that was enough. So I can't believe it. But I wanted to make sure I had to turn off this one machine. It was so loud in my kitchen, trying to keep the noise level down a little bit. So anyway, so that's what I had to do, the quick dash. Okay. So that's the whole thing, you guys. Life is short. If there's anything you want to do, you got to get on it now. Like, cuz a lot of times, and I've been guilty of. I'm not really, actually, no, that's not true. I'm not going to lie. I am not a procrastinator. I have never been. But I've met a lot of people along my path that have been procrastinators. And I always go, why are you doing that? Like, if you want to do it, just do it. That's kind of my thing. And it's not the Nike thing, but I've always lived my life that way, even as a young child. I came out kind of driven. You know what I mean? Now my way is not everybody's way, but what I'm saying is, if you want to go to Europe, or make a plan to get there, right? If you want to learn to roller skate, do all the things, you know what I mean? And I think that's kind of the vision of my channel. I constantly I've always been a dabbler. So that's why my channel's very eclectic. It really is. And I've dabbled in a lot of things, and some things I've been successful, some things I've not been successful. But overall, like, it's more of a creativity. So I'm going to get back to that. Like, if you want to do something, do it now. You know what I mean? Yeah. And let me know in the chat what you think about that. So Miguel's making breakfast. We got Can't Stop Walking, but Love Mowing and Cruising. Thanks for coming in. Yes. And let's see. I think I said hey to Lisa Knits. I did. In Spring. Hello, Spring. And we got Suzanne. Hello. It's Not Magic. Roberta's here. Oh, we got Isela's here. Crafts and Dolls. Oh, and you'll be on the stationery. See, that's what I should be doing, Isela. So thank you. I'm going to put you on the list for, this is the other thing I need to be doing, is to, it's to work out. And I've been doing a few workouts here and there. I'm not, oh, Mob's Place. Hello. She's saying good morning, and thank you so much for being a member. Yes. He put you on the screen here. All right. So I'm going to stop just for a second. So MOBS, thank you so much for coming in and for supporting the channel. And keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. In good times, in bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Okay, thank you. So that's for Ashley. Thanks for keeping the channel going. Okay. Now, so like I said, because I'm a dabbler and I do move fast, and that's sort of what I've been trying to get back to. Just if you noticed on my channel the last couple of days, I've been posting, not a lot, but I've been posting, and I've been really trying to get myself moving, and this whole channel thing is a creative outlet for me. And so it's fun. Oh, you like that song? Yes, thank you. Do you know what song I was thinking about? Can't remember the words. Oh boy. But somebody was talking about Mr. Rogers. Like it's really funny. Yes. Okay. You're welcome. And Ashley saying hey to Lisa, and thanks for the song. No problem. But anyway, I was thinking, oh, there we go. Yeah, I was thinking about Mr. Rogers. And that's like the nerdy part of me. I used to enjoy Mr. Rogers because he had a very soothing voice. And so I really liked it. So for me, that was really good. Like, because I not that my house was chaotic, but we had a lot of people in the house, and there was always stuff going on. And so for me, listening to him just sort of got me in a zen place. And there was a lot of jazz music. If you've never watched that show, he had a jazz pianist playing behind his music. So it was very, very calm. And I enjoyed it just really for the music. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Every time I hear that song, or when I think about that song, I think of Eddie Murphy, because he kind of did Mr. Rogers from a hood perspective, and it was kind of funny. And surprisingly enough, Mr. Rogers thought it was funny. I wasn't sure how that was going to go, but that's what I was thinking. That's what I always think. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Yes. And then Sweet Pea sits here. Make sure I got everybody. Yes. So that's kind of where I'm at. So like I said, so I'm just going to say it to you guys again. If there's anything you want to do, you have to just do it. And like I said, for me, this YouTube channel is a creative outlet. And so I do try a lot of different things. And so that's hence my whole situation with the channel. I'm all over the place. So you're going to see me trying a lot of different stuff. And that's what I do. But I would say, I would challenge you to try different things and to get out of your comfort zone. And because you'll find that it's a lot of fun. You know what I mean? So like traveling, you get to meet new people, you get to eat new food, you get to try a new place. You get to see what the locals are doing. And I would say if you travel anywhere to another country or things like that, you really should try out what the local yokels, I call them the local yokels, what they're doing, because that's more indicative of what's really happening in the world versus staying like on the resort. I mean, you can do that, but you kind of see what the people are really eating and stuff like that. So let me see. All right, I'll do this for you, Lee. I mean, Roberta. And we got Denise. Hold on, let me say hi to Denise. Good morning. And we got Ruth. Hello. Good morning. Yarn therapy with Ruth. Yes, good morning, everyone. So, and there's Eddie Gannon. Hello. Oh, and just a little side note before I get going here. I just want to make sure this is Ashley's channel, Sunflower's Creative Showcase. And she is one of the, she's been a member of the channel also as a good supporter. And, she's been going through some health issues for a very long time. So I just want to say, send your prayers out to Ashley. You can run her channel. I don't know how much she's, if like she's focused on her health, so I don't know like how important the channel is to her, but just if nothing else, send her some positive vibes and love. Yeah, because she's really been going through it. And everybody, it's out there, so everybody knows. Okay. So anyway, there's that. And let's see. Uh-oh, here we go. What did Okay, Sweet Pea Sid saying hi to everybody. And then what's he say? Just don't say I will do a live every day till the end of the year and don't have time to do it the very next day. Oops. No, that is not my thing at all. Yeah, I mean, I did. So this is interesting. Now that you bring this up, Isella, in April and August, we've already missed it. The A months of the year, people do the video every day in April, VEDA. And I did that twice and it was okay. Now the thing is, it's good now. In the old YouTube days, I don't know if any other content creators can comment on this, but um, in the old days, if you did videos every day, you got a lot of mileage from them because you got a lot of mileage from them, and you got subscribers. Now, I don't do videos every day, but I did do it twice. Like I said, I did it in an April month, and I think I did it in an August month, 2 different years or whatever. And I got no subscribers actually. But other people do, so back, I want to say around 2015, if you were on YouTube, if you did that, you would get subscribers. I personally did it in 2022 and it didn't happen for me, but it was very interesting to give it a shot. So anyway, that's an interesting little goal that you can set. If you've never, if you're doing content on your channel, you can do videos every day. And this was before shorts. So shorts, really, you could actually do that for 30 days. You know what I mean? You could do a video every day for 30 days if you did shorts, or even if you mixed it up with long content. But I did it sort of, and so I think at the time when I did it, the shorts were starting to build up and they were really pushing people to do that. And that really saved me because, you have to sit there and think, like, how am I going to plan out these 30 videos or 31 videos or whatever it is? But it's kind of interesting. So that's a little stretch goal that anybody who's a content creator can try. And it's interesting. I mean, because you find that you have to really pull that creativity out of you. You know what I mean? Yes. Let me go back. I'll look at the chat. All right. Oh, here we go. Let's see. So yeah, so that's what I mean by the video every day. Yeah. Now let's see. Everybody's saying hi. Oh, there we go. Now Roberta's saying learn phrases in the language. Yes, there you go. Locals in other countries love that you try and will take you under their wing. Oh, yes, that is a very good point. So that's and that learn a new language. You know what I mean? Things like that. Because English, I don't know if it still is, but it was the language of the world, for a very long time. And so being in the United States, we sort of forced everybody to learn English, which is you know what I mean? It's kind of good and bad. Everybody can see the whole thing is I think it's good to learn English, but it's also good to learn another language if you don't have one under your belt. You know what I mean? But like you said, if you go to Italy, you learn a few phrases in Italian. And I'll tell you a quick story. When I went to South America for 6 weeks, I just did a little study abroad program, and so they put you in a house with they put you with another American or whatever, and you're in somebody's spare bedroom basically, and then they take you. Well, it's up to the family if they decide to take you around or not. And luckily, the family that we got with was wealthy, so we were like, "Yay!" my roommate and I, this girl was from another school, and they had like their house was bigger than any house I'd ever been in. Oh no, that's not true. Well, they had I was in Ecuador, and I was in the capital, which is Quito, and it was in the city, and they lived a little bit on the edge of the city, but they were still within the city limits, so you could jump on a bus and get a taxi and go somewhere and things like that. And they were really close to the airport, which was very convenient because whenever it was time to leave, like it was a 3 minute, you know, drive to the airport, which is perfect. If you've been through the airport. I've never lived near the airport. So when somebody lives near the airport, I'm like, yes, little things that make me excited. So, but the long story short was we were with this family and they had about 6 bedrooms, which is a pretty big house. And they just kept adding, you could tell that like the house, they had the main house and then they just kept adding and adding and adding. And they had servants, which was great. Not for them, but I mean, great, in terms of like whatever I wanted, they would take care of it, you know, and they would serve you breakfast. You had to come down and eat, and they would come around the table and give you your, juice and whatever, and your fruit, and they would go, and that was it. So that was pretty exciting. I mean, I remember going, okay, okay. So that was living, we were living. I was definitely living above my pay grade at the time, and they also took us around. So this is what I'm trying to say. They took us around town. They took us to all the tourist places, but then they took us to other places. And I got to go to the supermarket, which was pretty crazy. And I ended up I shopped for the mother of the family, and she wanted some American food, but I really could not find anything good to make there because all the food was just so different. Like I really couldn't find. They had sugar, like it's like basic, like they had sugar and flour and stuff like that, but I really couldn't put together like a good meal at the time. But they wanted pancakes, and I could not find the right kind of flour. It was crazy. And I said, "Well, these are going to be scratchy corn pancakes, but I'm going to make them for you." And I couldn't find anything for like syrup, so there's that kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's a cultural thing that they don't have. At least probably now. Maybe they do now, but at the time they didn't have it. And they took us around. We met their family, we met their extended family, and they took us to the other side of the country where they had family that lived on the beach. So we were in the city, and then we got to hang out on the beach for a few days. And that was cool. So things like that. And we went to church, and we went to dances and a couple of house parties. I mean, it was really nice. It's a good experience. But anywho, it's really good when the locals, take you under their arm. Now that was a forced under my arm thing, but it was good. Oh, we have Rich. Good morning. Rich GT350R. Okay. And then okay. So Lisa does videos every day. All right. Now, how does that work for you, Lisa? Tell us. And there's Aisha. Thanks for coming. Yes. Did I miss? Oh, and then Eddie's making fun of me. I try to bring it every day though. Thank you. Yeah, so there's that. So that's the one thing. Get out and like meet some people. And even I say I love crocheting on YouTube, but I still say go out and try to meet people in a group if you can. And like I said, I do it through my library, my local library. And the libraries are always looking for programming. and they're willing to let you, like, they usually have a boardroom, which is a quiet little room that's back away from the rest of the library, and it usually has a closed door, so you can go there, and it's free. Like, they won't charge you anything for that, and all you have to do is advertise. All these libraries now have Facebook um, pages in addition to websites, so you can meet people that way. But like I said, I love hanging out with the crochet and the knit people on YouTube, but it's better to do it in person if you can. No, I know, it's just funny. Yes. Okay. Oh, it's hit and miss. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, see, and I think, like I said, YouTube algorithm, I think, has changed. And that's the main point of what I was, where in a convoluted way I was trying to get there. But a few years back, that would really get you new people. Yeah. And then, now let's see what Roberta's saying here. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's a couple good ones. Oh boy. All right, here we go. So, yeah, Roberta's saying, I find it taxing waking up every day. Filming would kill me. Yes. Yeah, that's so the whole thing is, it's a conscious decision to be a content creator. And the way I work it is I just sort of go with what I'm feeling. And for me, that's the only way it works. And then Isela saying, crafts and dolls, themes work for shorts. Tell a 30-second part of a short story every day. Right now, Blythe doll is messing with the Barbie dolls. Oh, right. Oh, so she's doing a soap opera. Yeah, those are funny. Yeah, somebody did a soap opera where they redid The Help. It was on Instagram. I didn't see it on YouTube. And I was like, and they did it with Barbie dolls, and it was hilarious because they got the outfits. They must have sewn these dresses. It was crazy. And I was like, wow, that looks like the outfit from the movie. But anyway, yes, and the Sweet Pea said saying, it's not magic, right? Yeah, I know. Yeah, every day is bad. Like I don't know if you'll get any mileage out of it unless you're really, really pumped up. That's the only way it works. Yeah. And then let's see, Roberta's saying, went to Germany. I tried to learn German. Ooh, yeah, that's hard. That's a hard one because it's so different from English. But that's good. At least you tried, right? Let's see. Here we go. I was in a local shop and the girl let me struggle and corrected me. Oh, okay. That's good. And yes, you do. So the funny thing is, yeah, Ireland does have their own language and culture here. You do and you don't. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. Now, do you know? I don't know, what do they call Eddie? The oh my gosh, somebody. I knew a guy who was Irish, and he was explaining to me. I can't remember the name of the language that the old language in Ireland that people spoke. But anyway, he was learning that, and I remember going, "Oh wow, that's kind of interesting." But yeah, but Ireland is very cool. It's different. Yeah, they speak English now. I just can't think of the name of the language. So you got to tell me, Eddie. My brain's like not working. Let's see. And yeah, so people will correct you. Now the thing is, now usually, like, I had a really positive experience in Ecuador. They were very nice. They were like, "Oh, okay, I see you." Like, they were like, "Okay, that's not bad." Or like, they didn't beat me up about it, so it was good. Yes. Um, and let's see. Oh, I missed something. Oh, Eddie said he wasn't making fun of me. That's good. Okay. Yes. And then, oh yeah, here we go. Roberta said, as I walked away, she said, "Welcome to the country. Come back soon." In perfect English. Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Yes. Yeah. And Spring saying, yes, Eddie, different language. Yep. Yes. Oh, okay. And then Lisa's saying, for me, it's hit and miss. Oh, making the videos every day. Yeah. 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 Mostly a miss. But you'll find your groove. And then yes, making fun of Love Hunt, just teasing. No, I know. It's funny. And then okay. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, Roberta said, Lisa, I know half the time I get a video done, then I delete it. Do you really? You should put it out there, Roberta, because that's work, right? Yeah, you should just put it out and see what happens. And then if it bombs, just you can make it private. It's no big deal. Okay, there you go. See, there you go. This is what my point. Okay, good, Lisa. I'm glad you said this. If I can put this on the screen. There we go. She said she does videos every day for the enjoyment and to show what I've made. Yeah. And I think that's very impactful because a lot of people are trying to learn to knit or whatever, so whenever you show your progress, I think people appreciate that. Oh, yeah, well, Suzanne. Well, yeah, that may be. There's an overabundance of content creators these days. I just think the crochet communities is crowded, and it's painful. For me, because I have to pick and choose, and I feel like that's tough. And I don't want people to feel like I don't appreciate what they're doing, but I can't go to all the channels because I know about probably 50 channels personally. Can't do it. Let's see. It's knitting magic. It gets in the way at times. Yeah. Okay. We got Kenneth Wilkinson. Good morning. Excuse me, I got to take a sip. I'm getting dry. Good to see you. Everyone's saying hi. Welcome in. Let's see. Yeah, Chinese is tough. Yeah, I do. My daughter wanted to learn Japanese. I think she was doing Chinese too. I don't know. And then Korean, because we had a Korean instructor that came to her school, and she got really good at Korean. But I was like, girl, you have to sort of. She was getting into all the languages, and I said, you got to sort of pick one at a time. I think you're going to scramble your brain. But yeah, Chinese is tough because it's a whole nother alphabet. See, when you start doing that, like Russian, a whole nother alphabet, that's another one. That's hard. Let's see. Uh-oh, hold on. I plan a month, 2 months of videos in advance, but it might change 5 times. Yeah, so that's a good segue. Thank you, Sid. Yeah, so like I said, with everything, if there's something you want to do, you have to take steps in planning to get there. And we've talked about this before, but I'm gonna just this is kind of bring it all home. Yeah. And it's okay to change your mind. You know what I mean? But the thing with that's nice with video is that you can store it up. You know what I mean? So if you're feeling a certain way, you make whatever you're feeling, and then if you're like, I don't want to release that, you don't have to. You know what I mean? But you have it, on record for your own, edification, right? And I think that's good. That's really good. So do it. You know what I mean? Don't feel compelled to necessarily release it, but I think you can also just track your progress. And if you're trying to learn something new, I think that's cool. Yeah. Gaelic, thank you. Yes. So this guy that I met named his daughter, oh my gosh. Oh, he named his daughter Nev. Like remember Nev Campbell, the actress? He had a daughter at that, later, like when Nev Campbell was done. But he named his daughter Nev, and the way he spelled it was crazy. And I was like, so how do you spell that? And he's like, Niamh something. And I went, what? But that's what he named his daughter, Nev, like Nev Campbell. So apparently that's a Gaelic name. I didn't know. But it makes sense. Yeah, that's what he did. And I was like, wow, that's going to be a tough one in school, having people to spell it. Yeah. Yes. Everybody's saying hi. Yes, Gaelic. Yes, thank you. I just could not get it in my brain. I could see this guy, he was Brian. His name is Brian, and he was just talking about it. And he would go back and forth, from the States to from the US to the States. I mean, to the Ireland, and for vacation and stuff like that. Yes. Sweet Pea Sid is agreeing it's harder than English. I think it is. The spelling is so unexpected, I thought. Just her name. And there were a few other things, that he was talking about. And I just went, oh, Lord, I can't spell any of that. Like, that's going to be tough. And I usually can spell pretty well. Yes. Oh, it's a view as well. Yes, Eddie. Good point. Good point. Yeah, so put out those videos. And like I said, if you get a lot of hate, you know what I mean, you can shut down the comments. You can make it private. Like, it's all good. You know what I mean? So everyone's saying hi. But like I said, try. Like I said, I love content creators. And this is my little, I'm a little I won't say I just want them to be creative. Like, I like people who are creative and do different things. So for me, that turns me on. But if you do the same thing all the time, and then it's kind of, I don't know. Or if you just sit there, I'm not going to watch, it's hard. Yes. Let's see. Too many, yes. Too many crochet channels. Not enough knitting channels. Ooh, okay, Lisa. That is true. That may well then again, see, I'm not in the knitting community. I heard that there's a whole secret situation going on. So I don't know. I guess I'm not tuned into that. I should be because I do knit, but I don't know. And then Roberta's saying it seems a lot of crochet content creators that do live seem to spend hours on YT. I barely sit there for an hour. Yeah. And so that brings me to my next point. I think it's good to hang out and meet people, but like I said, try to meet some real people. Like instead of internet people. Try to get out and meet some knitters and crocheters out there because I think it's a lot of fun and it's good to actually be there so you can sort of see what people are working on. You know what I mean? Yes. But there are a lot of crochet channels for sure. Oops. And Lisa said, but I'm here to make new friends. Oh, yeah, it's true because you are far from me physically. Yeah. And you can meet, but I feel like so my husband, he's kind of the party pooper. He says, "Hey, these people you meet online are not real." And I'm like, is that true? I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Are people that you meet online real or is it all fake? That is a question. Yeah. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then Sweet Pea said, I can see that. Yep. Yes. And we need to watch Lisa. Yeah, Lisa's been cranking out content. I mean, she's been making a lot of stuff. And she's way more prolific than I am. And so is Spring, if she's still here. Spring's pretty yeah, she's done a lot. She's a lot of videos. Yep. Oh, good. And I'm glad you guys connect. Yeah, and so type Kelly Kelli in the chat if you want to connect. Yep. Neve. Neve. Okay. Neve it's pronounced. Yeah, you see that? That spelling is crazy. It doesn't match, right? At least in my ear and my brain. Yeah. Neve. Now that girl who was the actress pronounced it Nev. And he did too, actually. So, but it's Neve. See? Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, Roberta, here we go. Oh, I love this conversation. See, this is good. I can't do the hate. All right, so nice other segue is this is a safe space on the I Bring It Every Day channel. And I don't mind discussion and I don't mind people who disagree because I think that's healthy. And I think the internet and this world that we're living in, people are getting very, very uncomfortable with disagreeing. And I think discussion is okay as long as it's respectful. So thank you, Roberta, for pointing that out. That was definitely on my brain today. And you brought that in without me having to even do it. Oh, here we go. Yes. So Spring does only 4 videos a week and 1 live, multiple crafts. So we can't do it. Yes. Yes. That's awesome. And then Sid saying, doesn't hurt to try. If it's for you, it's for you. If not, you can say you try. Yes. And that's the whole thing. So with these, plans, whether it's YouTube or life, you can sort of, if there's something you want to do on your bucket list, figure out how to pay for it, take the steps that it takes to get there. And like I said, if you miss your goal, and also I would say do a stretch goal, push it way above where you think you can go. And what's an example? I'll just give you like a money example. Let's say you want to raise $10,000 for something. If you want to raise 10,000, just say, "Hey, I want to tell people you want $20,000." And if you make that goal, it's for you, right? If you miss that goal, let's say you get $12,000, then at least you got that 10,000 that you really wanted to. Just a prime example. I mean, that's just a little number example, but that's what it is. And that's the other thing, this whole thing also too with YouTube, it's very tricky because a lot of, like people are accelerating and decelerating and doing things at different levels. And you have to remember that, your path is not the same as somebody else's path. Yeah. Oh, okay. And I see she spins us here. Yay. All right. And then, hello. And then Suzanne said, my favorite channels involve transformation. So is it like weight loss, working out, things like that? Suzanne, is that a question mark? But that's cool. Yeah, transformations are nice. And when people do big projects, for me, that's very exciting. We watch a lot of construction kind of channels. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Isella's saying, I can't take the hate. It's the gaslighting in certain communities that kills. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, so here's the thing. Um, and I don't know how all this, but I've been sort of analyzing a lot of the behavior and stuff that I see on YouTube and other places. And it's really interesting. Yeah, like this can kill your soul. It's soul killing, you know what I mean? And so, they always say you have to have a thick skin. I don't, somebody said, "Oh, that's a terrible way to put it," but it really is true. You have to and you also have to remember too that these people don't know you. I mean, they know you, but they don't know you. You know what I mean? They don't know what's in your heart. And so you just have to do the best that you can as long as you're respectful. And so I think this is the problem is with a lot of this stuff is that people disagree and then they get disrespectful in how they express their disagreement. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I mean? I just think that like you have to let people think for themselves, but I also think that when people misbehave, you sort of have to call them out on it a little bit, but respectfully. You know what I mean? And you say, I don't like this because of X, Y, and Z. I didn't like the way you did this because you know what I mean? And I think you have to, I think if you're going to give people criticism, it should be constructive. Like a lot of times, like I'll get these. I haven't gotten anything too crazy on on any of my content, but one time somebody said something like, "Why did you?" Oh, I hope they're not listening. But anyway, but I had this video where I talked about knitting needles, and I said, "Yeah, they have circular needles, which you can use either straight or in a circular fashion, or you can use straight needles." And I said, "But straight needles, you can find them. They're real cheap because nobody's really buying them." And this person said, "How can you recommend that? That's horrible." And I went, "Well, I mean, they work, right?" And that's what I kind of said to her. I was like, "Dude, they work." But I just remember going, "Man, that was a little bit of a dagger about that." I mean, it was a little. And I said, "Calm down. It's just knitting needles." We're talking crafting. Like crafting should be happy, in my opinion. Yes. And then, okay, Roberta's saying my Irish babies are Americanized. Aaron Elizabeth and Brian Michael. Yes, Brian Michael. Yeah, that was Brian. Yeah, that's what his daughter was Neve or Nev. Yep. And everybody's saying hey to Vanita. Oh, you like before and after. Okay. Like yarn ball to sweater. I love it. That's what Suzanne's saying. That's cool. That's cool. Uh-oh. Now what's Spring saying about? Oh, you mean that thing I was just talking about. You're still breathing. Yes. Juanita's still breathing last time. She said the last time I checked. Oh, yes, this is true, Lisa. Yeah, I think some people are fake and some are real. Yeah, it's really hard. I feel like for me, I'm not an actress. Never could do it. I joined, drama club for a minute and I was bad. So, yeah, not good. So I have to be myself personally. Oh, now Eddie's saying what you see is what you get with me. Oh, with you. Okay, gotcha. Personally. Yeah, that's good. But a lot of people, I don't think that's true. You know what I mean? They give you sort of this. Well, I just think of like reality TV, and I heard that that's all fake. I don't know. I don't really watch it because it's kind of trash. For me, it's mind numbing and soul sucking. And that's my opinion. Like a lot of those shows, all the fake fights and stuff like that. Yeah. And let's see. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Fat finger. Some online people are real. You get to learn the difference. Yeah, I'm still working on that, Roberta. I'm still working on it. You know what I mean? I've been duped, by people. And it's, it is what it is. Yeah. And Juanita said, She's still gardening, still spinning, still being grandma, and still half blind. LOL. Okay, girl. I see you. Ah, you're doing everything. See, she's busy too. She does a lot. Yes. Okay, Suzanne. Oh, you're being okay. Some relationships do tend to sway towards parasocial. Wow. Yes. Yes. And then Roberta's asking Juanita, did you check this morning? I mean, it's Monday after all. Yeah. Oh, Nightbot. Hmm. Okay, it's not working. Ooh, okay, I have to see. I'll have to go in there, Lisa. Oh, it is not. And that's weird because I didn't touch Nightbot. Alrighty. Let me play with Nightbot. Oh boy. See these things that happen? I guess it ain't working. No, it's not. And then oh, Sweet Pea said saying exactly. Yeah. So it's crazy. Oh, right. Here we go. Juanita, there we go. We were talking about this. My husband and I talk about this all the time. The taxes, you know, like everybody's what's the word? Everybody's like, oh, yeah, if I wasn't real, I wouldn't have to pay taxes, state and federal. Well, for us, okay, Juanita, you only have state and federal. We have state, federal, and local, plus a $15 per capita tax just for living. Yeah. And God knows where that money goes. Only he knows. All this money, lots and lots of money. Yes. Let's see. And then I had a problem here. I was like, "What? You remember?" Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And I really sincerely am disheartened that you had a problem. Now let's see what's going on with Nightbot. No, I am connected. I'm gonna disconnect and then reconnect. So I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Oh, it says you're the top chatter of the day. It's not magic. So it is recording. Hmm. Things that make you go, hmm. Because it was working earlier in the situation. Yeah, because it said hey to Ashley and stuff like that. So what's happening? I want to see what's happening. Yeah. It says you're the top chatter. That's funny. Um, let's see. So Lisa's doing charity. And this is a good thing that you can do with your makes because we tend to make a lot more than we actually need. So donating to charity. And a lot of places, at least locally in my area, that are taking donations are some of the homeless shelters are taking them. And the veterans, the VA takes them. And what else? Hospitals. The NICUs around me were taking them, then they weren't. Now they are. I think they're back again. I don't know. You got to let me know what your area is doing. And yes. Yes. And then Spring's laughing at Juanita talking about the taxes. Yep. So checklist complete. Good morning. Okay. Oh. Oh no, no. Eddie's saying set up a GoFundMe if that's the case for charity. Well, no. So the weird thing is, um, most of the organizations will take donations. Like I wouldn't do that myself, but a lot of people set those up. I don't know. I always feel like those are kind of the GoFundMe. I've never done it. And let's see. Oh yeah, and Denise. Oh, okay. Roberta's thanking Denise, and Denise said, "You're welcome." Okay. Did you join each other's channel? Is that what's happening? I don't know why this isn't working. Let's see. So here we go. This is the evil plan of the channel. Please enjoy the conversation and please participate. Yes. And Roberta's working on preemie hats, preemies for the Carolinas. Nice. Yes. And then Eddie's saying absolutely. Okay. Oh, yes, there's a lot of this. Misery loves company, but no company of mine. I don't do drama anymore. Yeah, I think that's very, very important. And that's been for me really tough. Because how you just get pulled into stuff even though you don't want to be, but okay, and when you tell people how they feel, they don't respect what you're getting across. Yeah, that's really tricky. And I would say I've noticed that on YouTube, it's really weird. See, YouTube is very parasitic. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but and I think that's the mindset of a lot of people. They sort of milk you dry, and then when they're done with you, they move on. So there's a lot of that. And I've experienced that quite a bit. People kind of come around when I'm useful and then they dip. And yeah, that's real. Yes. And then but people really should listen to you. They should respect you when when you express a concern. Like two grown-ups should be able to talk about it behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then Roberta's saying, yes, sweet pea, I worked in retail, had enough drama for a lifetime. Yeah, retail's a weird space. I worked that for a minute and I was like, whoo, I got to get out of here. It was a lot for me. Interesting. Yes. People only listen to respond and not to understand, Lisa. Oh, yes. Sweet pea said, very, very wise. Check that out. That is true. That is really true. Now I'm gonna part this. I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect. Hopefully this will work. But let's see if this works here. I'm gonna try it that way. I guess it died. It died. All right, so let's do it again. Okay, so Nightbot is a moderator. And don't forget to press save. Okay. Yes. All right, I think it's here. Okay, close. All right, I think we're okay. It's back. So let's see if this works. Got to give it a few minutes and then we'll see if it goes. So you need coffee. Yeah, I had some. Feed Night bought some coffee. That's funny. And Isella, that's because there's no such thing as American unless you're First Nation. Well, yeah, that's a whole thing, isn't it? Let me go back. I think I missed part of the conversation. Um, let's see. Okay. Now, hold on. Here we go. Yeah, people. So this is. I like this. Sweetie said people only listen to respond and not to understand. Yeah, and that's very unfortunate. And I think that's a skill that a lot of people are losing. I think the older people sort of understand that, but the younger people not so much. I don't know. At least in my opinion. And then Lisa says, "I'm not one for circular needles. I prefer straight." Yeah, I learned on straight needles, and I kind of said, well, so the whole thing is, I go in these craft stores all the time because my husband and I are bored. We have no life. But I go in these craft stores and I look at the prices of these, craft supplies and things like that. And I go, ooh, like circular needles. I mean, they're not expensive, but they're not cheap either. Like you can get a crochet hook for like $1.49. I like that. Like that's reasonable. But then you go in for knitting needles and they're like $2, $4, $6. They go infinity. And I'm just like, woo. So the problem is like if you go, if you're like a new crafter, I hate for people to go in and spend tons and tons of money. So I was just saying, hey, these straight needles, like people are not buying them like they used to. And so a lot of times you find them in thrift stores and they'll give you like a bundle of needles for nothing. You know what I mean? They're different sizes and stuff, but it's kind of crazy. Right. Yeah. I don't know. So anyway, but this woman like really beat me up about it. And I was like, geez, it's, not that deep. But anyway. Oh, reality TV is a good analogy. Yes. Crazy, isn't it? It's really interesting. Um, yes. Okay, come on, computer. Isn't YouTube for entertainment? Who cares what's real or not real? That's what Suzanne's saying. So here's the thing. Yes, I agree with that. YouTube, I thought it was for entertainment, and it is. And that's good. But who cares what's real or not real? So here's the thing. I wonder. Now, my husband was saying something. He said to me, how do you know? Well, how did he put it? He said something like, so anyway, so here's the thing. Okay, let me step back. So the crochet community is very live stream heavy, right? I'm part of the problem as well. And so I guess the question is um I feel like when people misrepresent themselves, it's kind of disheartening. And I don't know, I can't think of a good example, but somebody else. If anybody else has a good example, let me know. Sweet pea. Okay, well, here's an example. I'll give this is the example that I gave last week. I'm going to give it again. Okay, here we go. So I like music, and I listen to a lot of music, and there are reaction channels, right? And reaction channels, the thing that I was sort of hooked on was they were younger people that were listening to music from the 60s and the 70s. They had never heard it before, and they were saying they were like reacting to the music. Now, I can't tell, to be honest with you, if that was, see, if I could just prove that literally they just paged through YouTube, pulled out a random song, and literally reacted to it in that moment, I would feel that that was real. But the reason that over time I started to see that it was fake and that it was a waste of my time. And the reason why I'm saying this is I thought like like there were people on there that said I've never heard of the Beatles. Uh, You know, and the Beatles are like one of the top all-time selling musical acts in the history of music. And I'm saying you had to have heard of the Beatles. I am so sorry. I don't believe you. I think you're lying. And that's all I'm saying. So that's why I started to think that half the time when those people were listening to music, they had heard it before and they were just sort of mugging for the camera. Ooh, you look at the thumbnails and they're like, and there's a picture of Michael Jackson. Like you've heard of Michael Jackson. Stop playing. Okay. Top selling artist of all time, and other people. So that's an example of fake. And I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me, Suzanne. Yes. Okay. And then let's see. And it's about how you use it. Yeah, YouTube, it's true. And there's a lot of how-to stuff, so that's helpful. And then I can't find my magnifying glass, so I can't read the chat. Yes, I checked once this coffee starts working. You'll be more real. Okay. No, I know. Some people have to wake up. Juanita, I got you. And then Roberta's saying you pay taxes to breathe, pay taxes to not breathe. Well, yeah, that's true. Oh, and that's a hint to shut up. Oh boy. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, one of those light finger minions probably moved it. Yep. And I'm always suspicious of GoFundMe. Yes, you have to be really careful because there's a lot of fraud. I agree, Roberta, with that. Okay, here we go. DNA test. Let's see. Don't give you a percentage of American blood, Native American blood. They give you a percentage of other countries. Yeah, I don't know. See, that whole thing, I didn't understand what's going on with those tests. Why they couldn't illuminate that, but I thought they could now, but I don't know because I have. I'm trying to think. Oh, anyway, and hi, Boss Life. Sorry, I'm so late getting to you. I'm how many minutes behind? Oh, 7. Sorry, but thank you for coming. And and I think Roberta means. I mean, Isela means Native American. Yeah, so that's the First Nations. Yeah, so isn't that crazy? Yes. So I don't know why they weren't able to find that. That's really interesting. But there, but it's interesting. There are native people, indigenous people, in South America. There's indigenous people in Puerto Rico. So these people were nomads. You know what I mean? I don't know. And maybe that's the problem because they did some traveling. You know what I mean? Yes. And let's see. She spins is saying, finally using one of those purse bottoms, making Luna a small satchel for kindergarten. Aw. There we go. So we got Boss Life. And sorry, I'm a little late. But it got me thinking about the whole YouTube thing. So like I said, I hate reaction videos. I dislike them because I think they're lazy. And I just don't believe that those people have never heard some of this music because it's in all the movies right now. Like a lot of this stuff. Yes. We all would be in trouble. Oh, Nightbot might spaz out with coffee. Yep. We would all be in trouble. And it's still not working. Ooh, that's weird. All right. And it says I'm working. I'm going to refresh. Yep, I'm connected. But anyway, weird. Very weird. So sorry, you guys. Nightbot is not working. And First Nations, yes, are not 100% anything. Is that what it is? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm not well versed on that. Oh, it's okay. I'm enjoying the discussion. Yes. And Elisa, oh, it's late. 11:25 here on Monday night. I'm off to bed. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Lisa. Thanks for hanging in there. And let me go back. Yes, everyone's saying take care. And let's see. Roberta said, I might not have believed the Beatles, except now they're pretty much centered on new stuff. No, well, the thing is, Beatles stuff is in all the commercials. Like not all, but like a lot of them. And like even like within the last like say 5 years, I've heard Beatles music, you know. And so I'm still a little skeptical about that. And Paul McCartney is still relevant, you know what I'm saying? Even though he's not as active, but he's still working it, you know what I mean? And then Roberta said, I work with 30 plus and referenced the song. And they looked at me and honestly said, that was from Shrek. See? That's it. It's Shrek. Yeah, Shrek had a lot of music in there. And also the one, okay, you have to help me, Isela, the movie people. The one where they're all had John Cena, Batista, and that Chris Pratt movie where they're all superheroes and they're running around. And it had no plot. It had nothing but 60s and 70s music in it. So I think that's where a lot of people were kind of getting that. They've heard the music. They just probably didn't know where it came from. Like I said, the Beatles, I kind of find that hard to believe. They had a Beatles like rock game, rock hero game, hero guitar rock. I don't know, like not long ago, and things like that. So I just think it's interesting. Yes, yes. So, oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, and the people that are native or indigenous migrated from the south all over straight and blended. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I'm telling you. And so, but I think my husband, when he did 23 and Me or something, I think some Native American stuff was in there for him. Um, and his people are from Puerto Rico. And see, and that's why I know there's Native Americans down there. Because when I met my husband, I was kind of studying Puerto Rico and the whole situation and their life and kind of understanding, their family and stuff like that. But there are, native or indigenous people down there. And there were indigenous people in Ecuador and Colombia. Like I was down there also. And and they're definitely very what's the word? Like they kept to themselves, which was very interesting. They did not blend in, with the rest of the population as much as others. So it was interesting. But I don't know, this whole thing, yeah, it's very interesting with that. But yeah, like there's no such thing as American. I mean, I guess, well, I mean, the funny thing is, like, I look at my family and we've been here for generations, So when I went to Ecuador, they were like, "Where's your family from?" And I went, um, "United States." And then they were like, "No, really, where are they from?" And I'm like, "Pennsylvania," which they really were. And so I could only go back just a couple of generations, maybe 3 generations. No, more than that. I could go back like 4 generations, which is not that far. And we really didn't know. There's Nightbot. Okay, yeah, it just popped up, so it woke up. So anyway, poor Lisa. But anyway, I'll see if I can put Lisa in here. Yeah, I'll drop her link. So check out Lisa Knits. Let me see if I can get it real quick while we're talking. And we have hashtag VOM. Good to see you. Oh, okay. So here's something interesting. So I think if you think about it, we're all blended, right? Yeah, that's true. And then Spring's back. And then yeah, that's right. We talked about that. So here's a funny thing, Roberta. I am not blended that much. And when I did this, ancestry thing, I am more African than Africans are. That's how unblended my family is. And it came out, and I say this, I tell this story because every time people go, "Oh, we're all nothing but mutts," I'm like, "No, I'm not." But maybe you guys are. But I came out to be 98% African, and I think I'm more African than Africans. And if you go on YouTube, they have these ancestry videos where these people break down their, they get their kit and they're trying to find out like what's happening, and it's hilarious because they're like, "I'm what?" For me, I was kind of like, mine was pretty lame. Like it was boring. So let's see. Sweet Pea saying, and thanks for coming in. Hashtag Vomity put you on the screen. And she's saying hello to everyone and hello to me. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, she's working hard too. We're all working hard, content creators. Let's see. I don't know, I got a bad. Okay. So yeah, Sweet Pea said that's what I was about to say. It's not magic. We're all mutts. LOL. So not me. But you guys are. I think that's funny. I think it's hilarious. Like I love it. Everyone's like, we're all mixed. Mm-mm. No. No. So this is the weird thing. Yes. Did you all come from the same region? No. So this is the problem. See, I really what I think is they narrowed it down to about 4 countries, but here's the problem. So the slave trade, even though I hate to bring this up, but here we go. The slave trade pretty much was West Africa. And so it's Nigeria, Mali, where's the other one? And those were the 2 biggest that I can kind of remember. I have to go back and look at it, but I'm very small area. Very, very small. I am I am, but what are you? Right? That's right. That's right. Yeah. Oh, Congo. Yeah, I think that was one of them too. That hasn't been discovered. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. So it's very interesting. Cameroon was that? I don't think that was on my list. No, it was not. Nope, nope, no Cameroon. Yeah. So I had the most uninteresting DNA analysis of a lot of people. And so, yeah. Oh, it's on your list. Okay. That's funny. It's on your list. Okay. That's cool. That's She Spins. It's on her list. Cameroon. Yeah, I don't think it is. So I was really like, I'm the worst. Yeah, like don't look at mine. Uh-oh. We got Uno's here. Hello. Just passing through to thumb up the live and say hello. Busy day at work. Okay, thanks for coming. There's Uno. Good to see you. Yeah, thanks for the support. We appreciate you coming through. Yeah. So that whole thing with the ancestry is crazy. All right. So like I said, so try some stuff. So we did the bucket list. Don't let it rest. If you want to do something, let's do it. Do it brings you joy. That's the thing. Oh, you think it's cool? Okay. And everybody's saying hi to Uno. Yes. All right, now have a good day at work. I'm trying not to do that today. No, that's not true. I'm working. I'm doing house stuff, which is not fun, but it is what it is. All right. So, like I said, once you decide what you want to do, figure out the steps, make a plan. And like I said, plans can change. That's okay. But then you have to do the work. So you have to figure out the steps and then actually do the work to make that plan come to fruition. And then, like I said, I really feel like you have to sort of balance. So oh, also let me jump back. So you have to do whatever brings you joy, you know what I mean? And make sure that you're not spending time doing something that brings you pain. I know it sounds really simple, but you have to do those things that bring you joy and then balance it all out. So you have to like you have your online life, you have your offline life. And I always say don't try to make sure that you don't ignore the outside life. And I've been really trying hard to find that balance, you know what I mean? And like I said, hang on, let me see. Oh, it's actually cool. That's cool. Sorry. Excuse me, but I was just like I said, I've been really trying to find balance. And like I said, doing a little bit of work, not a little bit, but you work and then you play and you work and you play. And so my husband and I have been really kind of trying to do that more, to get out of the house, get some fresh air. And I swear like that can really, help your mental health. Is, like the computer world is it's fun. Like YouTube is fun. For me, this is, like I said, a creative outlet. And I'm having fun kind of meeting people who do similar things and things like that. But I also get off and try to get some air. So we're messing around the garden. So, and Juanita mentioned the gardening earlier, and I think I missed your comment, but yeah, I did see that. Yeah, you get out, get the fresh air, grow something. And let me see if I can find her comment real quick because I forgot, I jumped over that. I meant to come back to that. But anyway, but she's been playing in the garden and growing stuff. I'm just gonna leave it. But I think you guys may have seen it earlier because I can't find it real quick. So make sure you do that. and get some fresh air and some sun. Like the sun gives you that vitamin D, and it makes you feel really good. I'm not saying you bake in the sun, but you just get a little bit of sun, and it does make you feel good. And let's see. Yes. And She Spins says, life happens, so don't get frustrated or give up. It will happen when it's supposed to happen. That is absolutely sure. For sure. And yeah, and Roberta's agreeing. Yes. Live daily and count the blessings along the way, and the rest will happen in time. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Yeah, celebrate those victories. You know what I mean? And whether it's just eat a good meal, celebrate with your friends, celebrate with your family, things like that. Because you really do. Because the thing is that I've come to understand in life is that nobody else will celebrate you usually. Like if you're doing good or you're doing well. And sometimes your parents will, but not always. You know what I mean? So you really have to celebrate those little victories that you get along the way. That's really important. And like I said, I always, my family always say, on your birthday, I'm going to make you a cake or buy you one. I used to make them most, frequently. And and I'd say, we're going to sing happy birthday. Or we'll go out and do a little activity or something like that. So you got to celebrate those things. Yep. Yes. And oh, here we go. Yes. Oh yes. Roberta's saying 15 minutes daily of sunlight is sufficient. You just need a little bit. Yeah. And I'm not saying you go out there and, take a you know how those people used to take pieces of aluminum and then they'd sit under the sun for hours and bake? That's crazy. So you're not supposed to do that, but just a little bit of sun is good. Yes. And then Sweet Pea Sid said, yeah, you can't have yang without yin. Yep. Or yin without yang. And then, oh, good. So Crafts and Dolls, Sella grew sunflowers this year. Oh. Okay, so here's my issue. So when the seeds started dropping, I got mice. Well, yeah, they mice do enjoy those. That's not good. And so for me, I would be scared to death. Not scared to death, but I would have some kind of yeah, I don't know, mice scare me. Like they just freak me out because they scurry and things like that. And then Suzanne said, I've learned some people don't plan. Oh, society has ingrained gratification in them, so planning is too much work. Wow. That may be true. That may be true. Instant gratification. Yep. I knew what you meant. Yep. Yes. And that's what Spring is agreeing with that. Yes, Suzanne. Yep. There needs to be balance. Yep. That's what It's Not Magic is saying. Suzanne, there needs to be balance there also. Yeah. And so that's true. Instant gratification. I'm going to talk to that. See, and it's interesting because I have patience. I always have. And I grew up in an era where you had to wait, you had to wait for everything, right? And people, my kids even I used to make them wait for things, even though I didn't have to, but I would do that just to kind of teach them a little bit of patience. And like so, when the binging started with, the binge with Netflix or whatever, Netflix and chill. My kids would like binge shows, and I tried to stop them from doing that, to sort of have something. Like I always say, you have to have a little something to look forward to, later, right? Yes. And so that's kind of crazy. Let's see. So the mice are scary. Yeah, I see that. And then oh yeah, let's see. We just said that. And then Isella said she just harvested all the seeds and they moved on. Okay, good. Yeah, because oh Lord, that is scary. Like the wildlife. We live amongst the crazy wildlife people. We have too many things going on outside too. And that just, like the bees and the wasp and the hornets and the mice, the raccoons, like there's a lot going on out here. But anyway, Roberta's saying, yes, Isella, get a cat to rid of the mice. Oh, a dog will get rid. Oh, a dog to get rid of the dog. A donkey to get rid of the dogs. Wow. And then the animals take over and use the donkey to ride away. Wow, that's funny. Wow. We have Miss Ariel's here. Ariel Williams, good to see you. Good morning. We got Drew, hello, from Down Under. Good day, Kelly Mate and everyone here. Good day from Adelaide, Australia. I love it. So you missed Lisa from Melbourne. She just went to bed. I guess you're getting ready to go to bed too. Welcome in. And everyone's laughing at Roberta. Yes, the correlation of work equals reward has been muddled by societal influences. Yeah. And I think that's the thing that people have to really understand, that sometimes you do, it can take you a little further if you do put a little plan in place. But it's okay, like you don't have to I don't know. Like you don't have to make it too intense. But I just think like short-term goals, or a couple weeks to a year, year and a half. And then, kind of midterm goals, you kind of go from there, and then you sort of go from there. And then you sort of and then you reevaluate as you go along. Yes, it is late. Everyone's saying hey to Drew. Good day, Lisa, and sleep well. Uh-huh. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, your husband wants a donkey and a pig if he could. Yeah, that's a lot of animals. I'm scared of like those big, like anything bigger than I am. I'm a little concerned. I'm always afraid of like horses. Like Spring has horses. I wish I had horses, but they can be so big. Like I'm a little intimidated by anything bigger than I am or taller. Yeah. And then plan in place but willing to pivot. There we go. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly where I'm going. Yes, Roberta. Yeah. And that's the whole thing. You got to pivot. And you have to be sort of like you have to think on your feet. But I like I'll give you like an example. So one year I was working and I said I'm going to try to win a prize. When you're in sales, they always give you these prizes and you're just like, I don't know. Like I wasn't really like for me stuff really never really like it turned me on per se. So if someone said, "Oh, I'm going to give you a brand new stereo." I'm just picking out something. People would go, "Oh, I want to win that." And I'm like, I didn't care. But like other people that really turned them on. But one year I said, try to I want to try to be number 1, like the top salesman in this area, right? And I said, "Okay, now how am I going to do it?" So I sort of mapped out like who I'm going to see if I can where I can, sell some stuff, right? I'm going to go to these 10 places and do this and whatever. And guess what happened? It worked. And I was like, because I never did that before. I never said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do this, that, and the other," and it worked. And I remember that was crazy. And I said to myself, "Is that real? Like, did that just happen?" Yeah. Now here's the thing. Yeah, the pivoting. Yeah, you've pivoted over the years many times. You feel dizzy. Yep, I got you, Roberta. Yeah. Yes. And just being able to handle a 1,500-pound attitude is always funny, right? Yeah, they scare me. Like I saw some horses down the way, and they were probably 6'5". They were very tall. Like these were I don't know what kind of horses they were, but they were huge. And I said, "What happens if he doesn't agree with what I'm trying to do?" I wondered about that. Yeah, they do get a little interesting. But just spinning around now, huh? It's not magic. That's what Sweet Pea Sid is asking. That's funny. Yes. And then Isella said, "Drew, we had a guinea pig, Mr. Beefy." All right. As soon as we put him in the cage, we put the cage on the carpet, he died. Oh, all right now. Well, I heard that those don't last too long. The guinea pigs and the other ones, the gerbils. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's really sorry to hear. Yep, that's what Drew's saying. Eek, yes. Crafts and dolls, sorry. Yeah, that's crazy. But I have heard that. Yeah. And then it stopped. Okay, so you stopped spinning. Okay, good, Roberta. So there it is. All right, so I think we covered the most of the points. Let me make sure we got it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And then, you got to do some, you got to get some relaxation in. You have to plan for that. And that's the thing that I never did while I was working full time was taking time out and taking vacation. Like that's really important. And I've only been on 2 vacations really in my life, maybe 3, not many. But this one, like for years and years, I would only take like a day or 2 or 3 off. And then, but you never felt rested. And then the first time I ever took a 2-week vacation, I actually got rested. In my brain, I was like ready. I was refreshed. And I would say if you can do it, now I know it's not easy, but if you're able to do like a 2 week vacation, 14 days at a minimum, do 14, 15, 16 days. That was the only time I actually had a relaxation after working really hard. You know what I mean? So I would say, yeah, do it. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Guinea pigs only have a 3 year lifespan. I've heard that. It's too short. Yeah, I don't like those. I get emotionally attached. So that would be very hard for me. Yeah. And then Drew's okay, he's welcoming. He's saying go to Australia with your hubby. Come and see the land down under. Okay. Do you live in the land down under? I can't sing it. That's not my key. But I like that song. And then she's been saying, I'm on a forced vacation. Yeah. Now, how are you feeling? Like, is this helping you recharge at all? Do you live in the land down under? That's it. All right. Anyway, I don't remember the words to the song, but forced vacation. And see, and sometimes, the Most High says it's time for you to sit down. And I don't know if if you believe in a higher power, but there are times, when in life where, you are forced to sit down, as they say. So yeah, and that's really interesting. So Drew's gonna sponsor me. Oh, that's cool. Yes. Okay. Drew's offered to sponsor me. Oh, yeah, I would. My husband and I would love that. Yeah, we have not. Well, he's not a big traveler, and I've traveled maybe a little more than he has, but even then, I haven't really traveled as much as I probably should. So that's kind of on the agenda. That's a bucket list thing that we're working on. So I want to throw this out there to the universe. We're gonna do like we've traveled up and down the East Coast, and we've spent a lot of time in Washington, D.C. So between Philadelphia, New York, Philadelphia, and Washington, which is all basically the same. It's kind of like up, you just drive the same highway and you go. Um, we've done a lot of running between all of those places, and we enjoy it. Yes. Oh, get those right. So my husband did get a passport. He's got his. I'm the weakest link here. I need to get mine, but thank you for reminding me. Oh, so let's see. Sweet Pea Sid. Oh, she's got some good ones too. Now, come on, Mr. Slow Computer. So, visiting Scotland and Ireland is on her bucket list. Yes, that sounds great. And let's see. And then Drew saying, "Oh yes, okay. Look up. We are Australian by the Seekers too. Okay, gotcha. Oh, you can get a lot of yarn spun though. Yes, getting a lot of yarn spun. That's what She Spins is saying. And then she said, even and she can't see. I know. Yeah, and if you're like if you're a workaholic or whatever, people, people always say like, "Oh, I can't take a vacation." So I don't know. Like when I hear people that say um they say, "Oh, I can't take a vacation. That's a waste of time." Well, that is not a healthy view on life. You've got to rest. I mean, like everything is balance, in my opinion. You've got to balance it out. And I think a lot of people are unbalanced in that way. Yep. Uh-oh. So anyway, so Spring, thank you so much for coming. We got you. And yep, get those passports ready. And then and Roberta's leaving us. She's gonna stop talking. She's gonna spin in place a bit more. Love y'all. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you hanging in there. Yes. And did I miss anything? I did not. Hopefully not. Yeah. No, I didn't. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. So I'm gonna wrap it up shortly. Let's see. Let's see. Get those passports ready. Oh, and Drew wants to go to England. There we go. England. Let's see. I'd love to go there, Sweet Pea, both of them, England and overall Europe. Okay, gotcha. Sorry. I knew I saw something there. So Spring's leaving us. Have a good day. Roberta's leaving us. Have a good day. Good day. And then She Spins is saying, I saved my PTO for medical and taking care of the G monsters. I know. If their parents have to go out of town when the kids get sick. And that's awesome. But you have to relax yourself too, because those G monsters will work you. You know how they are. I mean, Juanita. Yeah. And let's see. And then Sweet Pea saying, yes, Drew, I have a lot of Western European in me. Yeah. And Europe is small. So I hear you can get around there pretty quick. You probably need about 10 days or 8 days. I think you can do it probably a little less. Yes. Everybody's wishing Roberta well. It's not magic. And then Drew says, I think traveling is a fabulous thing. We learn more by traveling. Absolutely. Yeah. And like I said, the few places I have gone, it was pretty cool. It was cool. Yeah. So let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep. That's it also. I think you appreciate history and the land more too, Drew. That's what Sweet Pea said saying. Yep. Very wise. Very wise. That is awesome. Okay. There we go. So then, so we did that. We talked about, you know, just keep stretching, just keep stretching and working for those goals. And try to stay positive, even though sometimes you don't always win. That's it. That's the bummer of life. You don't always win. But it may not be made for you. And I always have to tell myself stuff like that too. Everything doesn't always work for everybody. Um, but and also, just like I said, work hard and play hard. And I'll leave you with that for this week. You guys have a great week, and just keep working on those goals and have a little bit of fun, and create something, you know, fun and cute and different, and like just like expand that mind. And I think that's the thing that we all get stuck sometimes, just being on being online, not getting out of the house. Like, we got to get out of the house. Yes. Oh, okay, now Drew's going to the Philippines in 2015. Wow. Let's see, that was his first trip, and he went, yeah, so let me read this again. Sorry, bad reading. Yes, definitely traveling to the Philippines, for example, in 2015 was my first overseas trip. And I came back appreciating so much more of life and luck I have compared to millions of others. Yeah, Philippines is very poor, right? Yeah, but it's pretty, right? All that water and all that there, I've heard. Yes. And Drew said he loves my chats. Thank you so much. And love your chats, Kelly and friends here. Awesome, mate. Thank you. And thanks for coming, you guys. It's great. Take care. Yes. Take care of yourself. Stay positive and stay safe. So there it is. So let's keep this going. And if there's anything before I go, any other questions that you might, I'm going to do that. Any questions? Anybody? And yeah, we're good. And there's Nightbot. So now Nightbot's working. But I'll just give you a couple more minutes. And then if you want to drop your link, just type Kelly, and then I'll wrap it up. Let's see. So Drew's saying, be sure it is sure beautiful. Love the US. Oh, so the Philippines is beautiful. Yep. Love the US and Canada too, our cousin countries. Nice. And I forget where you went in the US. You told me, and I can't remember, but that's cool. Yeah, so you've seen a lot. That's great. And Suzanne says, enjoy life today and everyone all. Awesome. Oh, what about that new glow yarn? Have you seen that? I actually have a skein, but I have not worked it up. So I have no idea. It's very small. It's the one from Lion Brand. Is that the one you're talking about? That's weird, isn't it? But it does glow in the dark. I did sort of turn the light off and look at it under a light. It does work. It does glow in the dark. But it's only like 4 or 6 ounces. Very tiny. It's a tiny little skein. It's only little munchkin. I don't know why, and it's like $8. And I'm like, are you crazy? But that's me. Yes. Now I don't know if you have you tried that one, Isella? Yes. Yeah. Let me know. But yeah, I haven't bought it. My husband. Okay. So what did you think? Did it like for me? I was kind of like, it's okay, but I wasn't like, If anybody else has tried that, yeah, I don't know. That's interesting though, right? Yes. But that's cool. That's cool. So I will have to follow your soap opera, Isella. But I've been watching your little videos. So they're cool, with the dolls. And oh, you've seen it at Walmart. Oh, you haven't tried it. Yeah, they have it. I don't know. Like it's real small. That's all I remember. It was if it's the Lion Brand one, it's just a small skein. I just wish it was just a little bit bigger. Oh, look it up. Oh, yeah, YouTube. I always forget. Yeah. Yes. Oh, it was Lime. Yeah. I just think it's small and it's been reviewed. Yeah, I got to check it out. Yeah, I don't know. I have to check it out. I always forget to do that. And then Drew's been to, Maryland, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, California, Colorado, a tiny bit, Indiana, and Ohio. I did this time last year. Canada was Alberta. I forget what PEI, Ontario, New Brunswick. Wow. Packed a lot. You did a lot. See, I remember when you guys did that. That was pretty impressive. And what's for breakfast, Ariel? She's doing her breakfast. I'm going to be doing that shortly, actually, too. I wasn't hungry today, so I just had a little coffee. But just make sure you eat something that'll get your body moving. Try to get that protein. Yeah, 6 weeks. That's a lot, but that's good though. See, that's a plenty of time to get a lot in. Yes, and you went. Yeah, that's now. Where did you go in Maryland? Did you go to Annapolis? Let's see, Arizona. Like I went to Phoenix before. Just trying to match up your thing. Let's see. Um. Oh, so how was the 2 egg cake? It was good. It was very good. It was very good. Oh, Chick-fil-A. All right now. With grape juice. Okay, Ariel, I see you. All right. Let me see. So Maryland, I've been through the whole state. Annapolis, Silver Spring, other places. Utah, I don't remember. I don't think I've been to Utah. Arizona, I've been to Phoenix and Tucson. California, I've been all over. LA, San Francisco, and others, other places. Colorado, I did go to the Denver airport. And Indiana, Indianapolis, I've been there. In Ohio, I've been to Columbus and Cincinnati. So I've been to most of those places. Canada, I have not been. So that's cool. Oh, you went to Baltimore. I've been there. Yeah. Because we love urban exploring. Met up with Dan Bell. Oh, became good friends. That's lovely. Okay. And then Isella saying, I'm trying to talk Hubs into going to Dallas for a Cowboy game. Oh, you love bus rides. That's fun. I was in Houston. So I was talking to my husband about this yesterday. So here's the crazy story. So I was in Houston. I went to Dallas, and then we went to Austin. And I was saying how Austin feels so unlike Texas compared to all the other places because it looked just like Pittsburgh to me, except for the Three Rivers. You know what I mean? It was weird. Yeah, Austin was a weird place. I didn't, but it reminded me of Middle America. Like it was just so unremarkable in terms of things to see. But anyway, but Utah is very clean. LA was a little disappointing. And Baltimore was not as bad as people say, but it was rough places. Yeah. Yeah, it's poverty. It really is. That's what's, going on there. Let's see. And then I'd love to do Dallas in Texas, crafts and dolls. Also Florida. Yeah, Florida, I've been there all over. Yep. Orlando, Miami. What's the other place that's a little further north? I forget the name of that city. I can see it. Tampa. Been to all those and more. And there's other places. Been to Disney and all those. Oh, Santa Fe. Ooh, that sounds like a good one. That's Isella's bucket list. Never been there. And but like I said, that's the other thing. Just get out and see, America. Like if people who are from the States, like just get in your car and drive. You can do it. You can see most of the USA by car, you know, and check out all the places. You know what I mean? It's all very, very interesting. Especially like the East Coast, you can blow up and down the East Coast in one day. Like a lot of it, you can do it. Yes. And then Drew's saying, definitely Kelly, yeah, places are places. We have rough spots. Oh, here we have rough spots too. Aha. In Adelaide, my capital city has a bad past history. Oh, you can Google our crimes. Well, all right now. I guess I will. That's crazy. All right. So that's it. We are motivated. Let's go out and do this. I'm going to say, let's do it. Let's go and enjoy the rest of the week. And thanks for hanging in there with me. I know I'm a little long today. Usually I'm not this long. And let's see. Oh, Las Vegas. You went there too. Wow. And Albuquerque. And I think what I saw, beautiful Antelope Canyon. Okay, I see you. Uh-oh. Then he sells diming out her neighbors. That's funny. I think we all do that a little bit. Oh, I'm trying not to, but no, my neighbors are chilling. Like they're not really up to too much anyway. All right. Well, listen, bless you and thank you to the chat. Yes. And thanks for coming in there, Drew. And thanks for hanging in and have a good week. I got to go see what Mr. I Bringing is up to. And I'm going to say thank you so much for coming. And boom. We appreciate you so much for coming in here. And we'll see you next week. Hopefully, God willing, and all those things. So here we go. And the drizzle stank for my theme song. All right. We'll see you next time. Every day. All right. So thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.